For this project, I'm going to be using Caron Simply Soft. It's a worsted weight 4-ply acrylic, and I'm going to be using a size H. It is a 5mm crochet hook. Okay, you want to start off with a chain of 65. And then what we'll do is we will double crochet in the 4th stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't count the one that's on our hook, so double crochet in the 4th stitch and double crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to do a chain 3. We'll skip 3 stitches, skip, 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 and put 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 3, skip 3, skip, 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 double crochet, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, skip 3, skip, 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 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, and you want to repeat this pattern until you get to the end of the chain. Okay, I'm coming here to the end, and I did a chain 3, and I'm going to skip 3, and then you should have 3 stitches left over to put 1 double crochet in each of them, and that just finishes out the repeat. But I'm going to switch colors in the last stitch, so I'm going in my last double crochet here. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do like I'm going to do a double crochet, yarn over and go through the first 2 loops. But now I'm going to go ahead and pull my next color through and finish out that double crochet like that. And then I'm just going to flip it over and put a little, clip this first yarn off. Do that first. Put a little loose knot in it so it doesn't slip away while I'm working with it. And then I can take the knot out later and sew in the tails. That's what I do. Okay, then we're going to start with our new color with a chain of 3. Turn. Now we're going to be working in these 3 stitches down here that we skipped. What we're going to do is we're going to double crochet 1 time in each of them. So go straight down into these stitches down here and do a double crochet. 1 in each of the 3. And there's 3. And then what we do is chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Come over here and we'll put 1 double crochet in each of these spaces that we skipped from the previous round. And 1 in each stitch. 2, 3, and then we chain 3, 3, and right here in these stitches that we skipped, we'll do a 1 double crochet in each of the 3 stitches. 1. So we're just really doing the same thing we did last round. We're just doing our double crochets down here. And there's 3, and then we chain 3, 3. Move over here to the next spot right here. 1 double crochet in each one of these little chain spaces that we skipped on the previous row. 1, 2, 3, chain 3. And we're just going to keep doing this until we get to the end down here. Okay, I'm coming up to the end. I did my last 3 double crochets there, and then I want to chain 3. And then I'm going to single crochet in this last double crochet, but it's really the chain 3 space actually. But anyways, in the top of it, and I'm going to switch colors here too. So I'm going to go in like I'm going to do a single crochet, yarn over and pull my color through, but I'm going to pull my new color through like this. Okay, and then I'm going to clip this old color off and put a loose knot here again. And then I can start with my new color, and I'm going to start by doing a chain 3 and turning my work, and that chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. So what we're going to do is go down and put a double crochet on top of these 2 double crochets, because this is acting like the double crochet for this one. So we just yarn over and go down into the stitch and double crochet, and then the next one double crochet, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, jump over here to the next, these 3 double crochets, put 1 double crochet on top of each of them, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 2, 3, come over here to the next one, double crochet on top of each of these 3. So we're just kind of working over that chain space like it's not even there, kind of just crocheting it right in with the rest of this, with the stitches like that. Chain 3, do the same right here, and this is the repeat pattern to the end of the chain like that. Chain 3 again, and do my double crochets. So I'm just going to keep repeating this until I get to the end of my chain. Okay, I made it to the end of my row 3, and I'm going to do my last double crochet right here in the top of this double crochet, and I'm going to change colors here. So I'm going to clip this one off. And you can use as many colors as you want. I'm just going to rotate these 3 colors. I'm going to pull it through my little knot here in the back, my loose knot that I'll remove later. And I'm going to start by chaining 3, turning, and I'm going to drop down, and I'm going to be working in these double crochets, putting a double crochet in each of them. Like that. Chain 3, jump over here and double crochet in each of these. I'm just going right into it, and this is crocheting around that other chain. Chain 3, and I'm just going to keep repeating myself. Until I get to the end of the chain. So I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, I made it to the end again, and chain 3, and then I'm going to single crochet into the top of this turn chain here, but I'm going to switch colors here. Then I'll chain 3 again and turn, and that's counting as my first double crochet. And I'm just going to drop down and put a double crochet in each of these two. Chain 3. Come over here, double crochet in these 3. Chain 3, and it's just a repeat. We're just repeating these 2 rows back and forth. It's really easy, and I'm going to keep doing this for a while until I get a big piece of fabric. And I'm not sure how many rows I'm going to do, so I'll let you know here in just a second how many total rows of this that I do. Okay. Now I'm going to come up on my last row, and I did a total of 48 rows. I got a big piece of fabric here. I'm going to be going on my 49th row, and that's going to be my ending row. But you can actually end it on whatever row you want, depending on how big you want your bag to be. This is what I'm going to do though. I'm just going to do my chain 3 and turn like we were doing. And now I just want to end this row by coming down here and doing double crochets in these stitches, just like usual. And instead of doing a chain 3, what I'm going to do is half double crochet in each of these stitches. So I'm just going to put 1 half double crochet in the top of each of these stitches, like that, and then come down here and do my double crochets like we were doing down here in these stitches. And then 1 half double crochet in the top of these. So we're doing the same thing that we were doing, except for the chain 3. We're doing a half doubles in each of the stitches on top. And hopefully this will make it lay flat at the top. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty flat. That looks pretty good. So just go ahead and finish that to the end, and then you can just tie off, and you gotta hide all your tails. So I'll meet you back up when I get done hiding all my tails. Okay, once you got your big piece of fabric made, what you want to do is start with a slip knot on your hook. And I'm going to go around the whole entire piece with a row of single crochet. So you can start anywhere on a piece that you want. Doesn't matter. Let's start over here in the corner. So just go ahead and go in it to it. Go through the slip knot on your hook. Chain one. And now I'm going to work across, putting, and if you have a side that you like better than the other, put the good side facing you. Work with the right side facing you. I'm sorry, should have told you that in the beginning. But now I'm just going to work across, putting one single crochet in every stitch. Just like this. And when you get here to the corner, put two single crochets in each of the corner stitches, and then start working down the side here. And it's going to be kind of hard to tell where the stitches are on the side here, but just do your best to evenly space out your single crochets. And that's it. Just go around the whole piece doing this. One single crochet in every stitch, but 2 single crochet in the corners. Okay, I made it all the way around after that row of 1 single crochet in each stitch, and I'm back to where I started. So now what we want to do is we're going to do single crochet decreases in every stitch. And if you want to use a stitch marker here to keep your spot, you can. I'm just going to go right over to the first single crochet we did and do a decrease. I'm going to go into it and drop a loop, and then I'm going to go into the next stitch, drop a loop, and then I'm going to yarn over and go through all 3 stitches. And I'm going to go into the next stitch, drop a loop, the next one, drop a loop, yarn over and go through all 3. And that's a decrease. Go in the next stitch, drop a loop, the next stitch, drop a loop, yarn over and go through all 3. That's going to make it kind of bunched up. You want to just keep doing that all the way around your whole piece, just decreasing every stitch. Drop a loop, yarn over and go through all 3. And it's starting to bunch it up. So I'm just going to do this around my whole piece, around the corners and everything. Just continue around until I get back right over to here. Once I made it back around again after that row of decreases, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around again, doing the exact same thing. Decreasing in every stitch, just like we did on the row before. Like that. You want to make sure you're not going in the same stitch twice. Sometimes when you do these decreases, it really starts to pull. But you don't want to go back in the same stitch or it won't decrease. So I'm just going to work around again, all the way around, decreasing in every stitch, just like I did on the row before. Okay, I made it back around after my second row of decreases. And I'm back to my starting point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work I'm probably going to put a stitch marker here. And I'm going to be working 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around. And I'm going to do a few rounds of that. Just putting 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'm going to go around doing this, and then when I get back to my stitch marker, I'm just going to move it up and then go around again. 1 single crochet in every stitch. And I'm not quite sure how many rows that I'm going to do of just 1 single crochet in every stitch, but I'll let you know here in just a few minutes how many total rows I did. Okay, I went ahead and did 4 rows of single crochet around the top, but you can definitely do more. if you want. And then I just went ahead and tied off. And now I started making the handles. Now you can make any kind of handle that you want. You can make one handle or two handles or whatever you want. But if you want to make them like me, I'll show you how I did that. I'm going to move this to the side. It's really easy. You just want to start with, you want to leave a long tail though. Start with a long tail so you can sew it on with that later. Just start with a chain of 7. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, and then 1 single crochet in each stitch across, like this. Chain 1, turn your work, and then we're just going to work across, doing another single crochet, 1 in each stitch. And we're just going to be doing rows of single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, and again single crochet in every stitch. And you can do as many rows as you want for as long as you want your handle to be. Just make sure you keep track of how many you do so you can make them the same. I think I did about 70 rows or so, if you want to make them about the same size as me. And then what you do is you get your yarn needle and clip a long piece of yarn, 2 or 3 feet. And what I'm going to do is sew it. I'm going to fold it in half and sew it. But I'm going to leave just a little bit hanging over there. Not quite an inch, pretty close to an inch or so, just something like that. And then just going to go in like this and sew it together right here at the top with my yarn needle. And I'm going from side to side. I'm not going wrapping it over the top. I'm just going to do this all the way down. Just like this until I get down to the other side. And then I want to leave the same amount on the other side open. Okay, I got that done. Now I'm just going to sew it on. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Just make sure they're kind of lined up so you get in the same spot on both sides, or pretty much kind of even. And I'm just going to put it on here and just put a few stitches in it to hold it on. Just like that. Real easy. And you just want to put enough stitches in it until you feel like it's on there tight enough that it ain't going to come off. And then just do all the handles this way. Or both handles, both sides of both handles. Until it's all sewed on. Okay, I got my handles all sewed on. And you can be done right now if you want. You can decorate it however you want to decorate it. I'm going to make a couple of these little curly cues to put on my bag. And if you want to do that, I'll show you how to do it real quick. You just want to start with a chain for as long as you want the curly cue to be. Well, as long as you want it to be, but it will curl up some, so I don't know, this one was like a chain of 25, and if you can see, this was a chain of 25, if you can tell how long it is. So just make a chain, and then double crochet in the 4th stitch from the hook, and then double crochet again in the 4th stitch from the hook, and then one more time. And all we're going to do now is 3 double crochets in every stitch along the chain. 3 in each stitch, and then it starts curling up and making a curly Q. These are really easy to make. Just like that. And if you want to put these on, it's completely up to you. Make as many as you want, or as long as you want them to be. It's up to you. But all it is 3 double crochets in every stitch to the end of the chain, and then you can just tie it off. See, it starts to curl up. Okay, I'm just going to put 3 on mine. Now I'm going to take the tails, and I'm just going to tie them together. Now you can sew them onto your bag with a yarn needle, or however you want to do it. I'm just doing this so they don't get away. I actually have a little pin that I'm going to put on my bag, and that's what I'm going to hook these to. So I'm going to put it right here and kind of put these under here. But you can always put a flower, or you don't even have to put anything. It's up to you. But I'm going to hook them on here and then stick this pin on here. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do to my bag. I don't know if I might put a button on these little things or not. I haven't decided, but if I do, I'll just sew them on. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And please don't forget to check me out on Facebook. And don't forget to check out all my other tutorials. And until next time, have a good day.